K-House, Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian, again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that, of course. Look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple. Long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw, we on the you can call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks. Yeah, you know what it is. Look, all the freshmen, purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top of white and purple, we shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Centralia High School, week number 2 of the... We are having some connectivity issues, so we apologize. We've been trying to figure it out. Wanted to get on here at 6:30 and do the pregame show, and things just aren't cooperating right now, so we're going to try to power through this. And here we go. So we don't have a lot of time left now. I had a whole half hour for a pregame show scheduled, so we welcome you to the pregame show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives. Also, give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We are going to go right into the pregame interview with head coach Colton Rhodes because I'm not sure how much longer anything is going to work. So we will be right back after a brief word from Chiropractic Works, and then the coach's interview will come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing. And I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
We're on the road for week number 2 of the high school football. How is third-year head football?
Kind of first week football, you make a lot of mistakes, and we just made one too many there.
What did you say in last week's interview about the ugliness of first week football?
Yeah, I said it's amazing that some teams, that someone actually wins those.
That third quarter in particular, man, you got all your points in one quarter. So tell us what you liked out of that third quarter.
I just like that we were ready to bounce back. We went into halftime with a deficit there, and we came back, and nothing slowed us down. We came right out, and Darius Williams made a big play, hitting the kid really hard there on that first play, and then made an interceptor, and still into the fourth quarter, even though we gave up those 2 scores. I still liked what we saw out of the kids.
All right, let's focus on defense here for a minute. What did you like about your defense?
They did a great job, playing the ball. We caused 2 interceptions. We forced 1 fumble that we recovered, and we forced a couple others that were either blown dead for whatever reason, or we just didn't recover them. And so I loved the effort and the intensity from the defense there, trying to get the ball back for us.
And offensively, the most
way there with I think it was the first play of the game. Zay let one slip away, but we were able to recover it. And after that, we did a great job holding on to it. Wish we could have done more with it when we had our chances, but Beverly East had a really great defense. So you take what you got.
All right, let's talk about special teams for a moment. That was kind of fun to watch sometimes. Ryan McIntyre did a pretty good job. He got a bad snap at one point and just barely got the ball off, and then Nick Shantz hit the crossbar, but the extra point still goes through. So it was a kind of a wild ride on special teams, but all in all, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, Shantz was perfect on his PATs, and so he's tied for the lead in the country in field goal and PAT accuracy at 100%, and it can only go down from there. So we're trying to stay perfect there, but Ryan did a great job on getting those punts away because he was getting drilled back there on a couple of them. Kind of surprised we didn't get a call on one of them, but that's okay. He did a great job getting those punts off.
Yeah, you touched on defensively that missed interception. Right before that, it was almost a quarterback sack too. So in the same play, you almost sacked the quarterback and you almost had an interception.
Yeah, that's a tough one to go back on film and watch. There's a lot of almost and what could have beens, but that's what football is. So we're just going to learn from those mistakes and not let those opportunities slip through our fingers this week is the goal.
All right, talk about your brand new quarterback, Darren Pinnell. I thought he did a pretty good job in his first time out.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, he came into me at halftime. He goes, "Coach, I sucked at the first half," and I said, "So did everybody. It's okay." Like we bounced back, and he did a really good job in that second half. We got to do a better job of keeping him upright and protecting him a little bit, not taking so many hits. And I didn't call too many quarterback runs that game, so he was taking some on his own. But we still got to do a better job of protecting him and making sure he can get out of bounds and slide down and try and keep him upright as best we can this season. But for a guy who's been playing receiver his whole career to step in and play quarterback is on a varsity senior day going against, 2 probably D1 recruits on the defensive line there for Beverly East. He did a great job. Running
back-wise, you had McIntyre and Norton kind of tag team things. Your thoughts on your running backs?
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job for what they had. I mean, that was, like I said, Beverly East had a great defense against us. They had a really good game plan, and we were able to adjust a little bit, and that's why Darren made so many plays there with his feet, and Brian and Zay are looking to get after it this week and do a much better job.
Tell me what you saw on that final drive for Belleville East that ended up being the game winner.
Man, we were just a little bit tired there on defense. I could see our DBs. There was a lot of miscommunication there in the defensive backfield. We were trying to play a little bit deeper, but we had cornerbacks there at 15 to 20 yards, even though we're coaching them at 7, and they were just miscommunicating. Then that final play, we got in the complete wrong coverage that we didn't want, and we saw it happening. We were just too slow to get that timeout onto the field there, and then they capitalized on it. So that's just the way it is. So we're going to shore up those communication errors this week and do a much better job there.
All right, now you've watched some film on the Centralia Orphans. What worries you the most about Centralia?
So offensively, they got their quarterback super athletic. I believe he was the running back last year. So I think we've kind of got a little new quarterback position duel going on there with both our teams tonight. And then their middle linebacker and receiver, number 85, he's a big kid, but he can really move. So he's going to be a load to bring down in the open field if he gets a catch there.
All right, what do you want to see out of your team today?
Same thing I said last week. We're going to capitalize on those turnovers again and make some more big plays, and then hopefully we can keep the offense rolling. We're trying to not get behind on the downs. We didn't get enough good yardage on first down last week, where it kind of hurt us on second and third down. So we're going to try and get ahead of the chains a little bit better this week.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Starters come your way next after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And once again, we welcome you back to Centralia. I believe we have things figured out. I had to run an extension cord up to the roof of the press box and set my hotspot on a chair, and things seem to be working a little bit better here. But, man, I tell you what, best laid plans, all the work I put into this stuff, and half the stuff I have written down here I can't even use now. Anyway, I digress, and welcome back to Centralia. Collinsville getting ready to take on the Centralia Orphans. My name is Todd Duke. Chris Kettler on the camera and on the other microphone tonight. How are you, sir?
Oh, great. Now we've got everything going. We're ready to roll here in Centralia. Just a couple minutes here before this game that's sort of a South 7 Counties game, but not really.
Yeah, kind of a trial run, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, so the Orphans won the coin toss. They deferred. So Collinsville will get the ball first, and when the offense trots on the field after the kickoff, you will find your quarterback, number 5, Darren Pinnell, 6'1", 175-pound senior. Your running back, Zay Norton, number 33. 5'10", 210-pound senior. A 4 wide receiver set will start things off here tonight. And of those 4, KJ Thorpes-Watt, number 24, 6'2", 180-pound senior. Isaiah Gordon, number 20, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Amari Rogers, number 14, 5'11", 180-pound junior. And Chase Reynolds, number 1, the 5'11", 170-pound junior. On the line, left tackle, number 78, Caden Hearn, 6 foot, 265-pound junior. Your left guard is Edwin Kircher, number 66, a 5'11", 210-pound senior. Your center is number 76, Corey Patton, a 5'10", 215-pound senior. Your right guard, Thomas Kohler, number 60, 5'11", 250-pound senior. And your right tackle, Jack Shepard, 6 foot, 250-pound junior. We will try to run down the defensive line for Centralia. after we have the kickoff here as Rogers and who is that? Chase Reynolds?
Probably Reynolds.
Yeah, Chase Reynolds over there ready to
And they have KJ and Gordon. The next one's up.
next level up.
So if they don't kick it all the way deep, got some guys who'd also like to have the ball in the next level.
And the kicker, can't see his number. 22.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's that one they were
Oh,
talking
that's
about.
the Dale Alut. If you look at the roster, his first name looks like Theo, but they said it's Deo, and H-A-L-U-T. You do not pronounce the H, so it's Alut. So Dale Alut will kick things off, and he's a big kid. We are underway. With it is Rogers. He takes it at the 10-yard line. He's across the 20, now the 25, and he will finally be brought down after a little bit of a push forward from his friends all the way to the 29-yard line. So that is where Collinsville will start first and 10. Defensively, the front four are Jamar Sherrod, a 5'11 junior, 230 pounds. Your defensive tackle is Cade Verbal, a 6-foot senior, 310 pounds. Your other defensive tackle is Casanova Poor, a 6-foot junior who's 290 pounds. And the other defensive end is Jonas Taylor, a 6'2 senior at 230 pounds. We'll run down the rest of them here in just a moment. Right now, Darren Pinnell stands in shotgun, ball on their own 29-yard line for Collinsville. Pinnell will hand the ball off. He'll do so to Ryan McIntyre. McIntyre gets smacked as soon as he makes a push forward to the line of scrimmage, so he lost a yard on the play, and it's going to bring down a second down and 11. Linebackers for Centralia. Landon McDonald, a 5'6 senior, 175-pounder. Cam Tomlanovich, 195-pound senior. He stands at 5'10". Keaton Morgan, a 5'11 junior who stands in at 150 pounds. So a loss of one on the play, second down and 11 for Collinsville. Pinnell stands in shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers this side. Into the backfield it goes. Goes to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds does a little juke moves, gets up to the 35-yard line. So Collinsville got 6 yards out of that play, and it's going to bring up a third down and 5. Your secondary for the Orphans, Jalen Hoskins, 5'10", 190-pound senior. Mike Brown is your one of 2 safeties, a 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. The other safety, Daryl Jones, a 5'9", 140-pound senior, and the other corner is Xavier Koch, a 5'9", 155-pound junior. Third down and about 4 to go, they say, and now we're going to have a flag. And I don't know if somebody lined up offsides or did somebody move.
Yeah, I think 46 is Centralia got in that neutral zone.
Offside, so a first down for Collinsville as a result. The 5-yard penalty when Collinsville only needed 4, so move the chains. Collinsville lives to breathe for another set of downs. Pinnell last week, 11 of 21, 107 yards, couple of touchdowns, no interceptions. Ryan McIntyre was the first one to touch the ball. He carried the ball 8 times last week for 21 yards and scored a touchdown. He is the lone setback over Pinnell's right shoulder. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. He looks over to his left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He gets up to the 40, and then he's going to be brought backwards, so he'll lose a yard.
Scrambling, trying to get whatever he can out of that play. Everybody was covered. I think Rogers was the one they're looking for on that play. He runs the shorter route.
Well, I thought he would give him forward progress. They're going to make him go all the way back to where he got tackled. Don't you usually get forward progress on those?
Yeah, I think he at least got up to the 40, but
They're
not what they spotted.
They're going to set it all the way back down at the 38, so that's going to bring up a second down and 13 now for Collinsville. Excuse me. 3 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far. Here's the high snap. Pinnell takes it down, and he's going to run forward with it right off the bat. He'll gain some positive yardage, so he'll get about 8 yards on the carry, but it's going to bring up a third down and about 6 to go for a first down here for Collinsville.
Design draw there for Pinnell. Just picks that up, follows his guys back on the front line there, gets through for a few. Yep, going to need about 6 here, so offsides ain't going to help you.
Not this go around. I mean,
for the free first down, it'll
yeah,
help you.
It'll help you. As Collinsville is faced with a third down and 6. Pinnell in shotgun once again. Tight end set with Habermill in there now. Pinnell back to pass down the middle, and wide open was Isaiah Gordon, but he never looked back for the ball until it hit him. So Collinsville is going to be forced to punt here on their first possession as the line of scrimmage is on their own 45-yard line.
Play developed how Collinsville wanted it. And
yeah, sure did.
He's wide open man. He's just not looking for the ball, and this will bring in McIntyre to punt.
So McIntyre had 5 punts against Belleville East last week, averaged 39 yards. Some of them were a little hairy. Here's the snap right to him this time. Nice punt, end over end. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to roll, and it's going to take a Kahok roll, and it's going to go all the way down to the 6-yard line where it's touched up there, and Centralia will have their first possession deep in their own territory.
Brown just let it go and continued to take a good Kahok bounce to near the 5-yard line.
Daryl Jones is the quarterback for Centralia. He went 13 of 21 last week for 199 yards, threw a couple of touchdowns and a couple of interceptions in the overtime loss against Salem. I would have told you all about that game if we would have had a regular pregame show. I got a whole sheet of paper with stuff I wrote down, and I'm not going to be able to use any of it. Well, that's the way it goes. So Daryl Jones, watch him to run, too. You heard Coach Colton Rhodes mention that he carried the ball 14 times last week for 136 yards. Man comes into motion, then settles in over here on the left side. The handoff is going to go up the middle, and it's going to be taken by Elijah Johnson. Johnson will get a positive yardage out to the 10-yard line, so a gain of about 3 on the play. Last week, Elijah Johnson carried the ball 10 times for 48 yards and a touchdown. They're not afraid to throw it as well.
It was a good mix of run yards and passing yards last week for Centralia over at Salem.
Yeah, they had 199 passing yards and 196 running yards. Here's the next play. Back to pass. The quarterback, Jones, tucks it and runs. He has a first down, and he'll run out of bounds right at the end of the Kahok bench. And Centralia will move the chains without the benefit of a penalty.
Good coverage downfield, but Centralia's line held the blocks there, gave him plenty of time, and was able to scramble, get outside. Enough for a first down.
8 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. No score here early on. Collinsville did pick up a first down thanks to an offside penalty, but then went 3 and out after that. As another snap is going to go to Jones, and Jones is going to take it up the middle, and he'll land at about the 25-yard line. So that'll bring up a second down and about 4 to go for the first down for the Orphans.
Design run for Centralia, rolling arms, blocks that lane up the middle, but still a healthy gain for the Orphans.
Wide receiver Cam Tomlanovich caught 5 passes last week for 115 yards and a touchdown. Had them all stacked up over here on the near side, and it's going to go over here to this near side for Xavier Koch, and Koch is going to lose a couple of yards. Nice play, nice read there by the Collinsville defense, and Centralia goes backwards on that play, and that'll bring up a third down and about 6 to go for a first.
Centralia's got 3 guys all bunched up there, and the one tucked back behind Koch was trying to follow his blockers, but it's a lost play for Centralia.
Defensively for Collinsville, it's the same setup they had last week with the exception of Amari Berry as free safety. Instead, Darius Williams will get the job at free safety here tonight. Here's the snap. Jones back to pass. He throws. It's complete, and it's a first down. And it took a while to bring down the wide receiver, and that was the aforementioned Cam Tomlanovich. And he's a big kid. Tomlanovich is a 5'10", 195-pound senior. He also, as I mentioned earlier, plays linebacker. So the second set of first down here for Centralia. They have a brand new set to work with. 1st and 10, 2 wide receivers split on either side of the formation. Another keeper by Jones. Jones zigzags. He's got some room on the outside. He's going to run it up the sideline. Chase Reynolds got twisted around a couple of times during that run, but that's a big pickup over there for Daryl Jones as the Orphans are now into Kahok territory.
They're really exposing that middle of the field there for the Kahoks. That's how they got burned late in the game last week against Belleville East.
So 1st and 10 for the Orphans from Collinsville's 30-yard line. In shotgun once again is Jones. And another pass, and this one's going to be completed outside. I believe that was Bratton. Three wide receivers now on this side. A little hurry-up offense here for Centralia. Second down and about 5 to go for the Orphans. And the snap and the handoff is going to go right up the middle, and Keaton Morgan is going to take it. And Centralia is picking up big chunks of yardage as they move on this first possession, and that's another first down, and they're all the way down into the red zone at the Kahok 14-yard line. Centralia trying to catch Collinsville asleep here with this hurry-up offense. Here's a snap, another handoff to Keaton. He goes up the middle again and gets inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 8.
And Centralia just keeps moving quickly here, not letting the Chaos get any rest. It might be like a sub a guy or two, but they're not going to get that opportunity.
Well, it doesn't look like it, does it? Second down and about 4 to go here for Centralia. Another snap, and Jones, he is running, being chased by Habermill. Throws it into the corner of the end zone and just a little bit past the outstretched arms of Xavier Koch.
Chaos get lucky there. I think a lot of guys a bit on the run there.
Remember now,
flag on the play.
Centralia got off to a 14-0 lead after the first quarter last year. And they're looking like they're going to follow that blueprint.
Cats were down 14 before they knew what hit them. And
yeah.
Then they're also down 11 late in the game and rallied back for the win.
Ineligible man downfield is the call by the referee, so that'll back things up. It'll be second down and 8 for Centralia as Daryl Jones looks over to the sideline, getting the signal from head coach Brad Goway in his 4th year. Comes in with a record of 14-13 in those years. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go up the middle, and it's going to be Elijah Johnson. And Johnson gets back inside the 10, back to the line of scrimmage from the previous play, and that's going to bring up a third down and about 4.
Devin Habermill clogging up that middle for the Cahoks. Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Collinsville would like to get a stop here. I am pretty sure that Centralia would go for it if they did.
They seemed to have some kicking problems last week. That's why they had a late 2-point conversion to tie it.
Here's Jones. There's a flag on the play. Jones is on the move, and he's looking around, still trying to find somebody. Still can't. Still behind the line of scrimmage. Throws one right in front of the goal line, and he is immediately hit on a nice open field tackle there by Darius Williams, but we'll see what the flag's all about first.
Jones is pretty elusive there. Kahok's doing everything he can, try to get to him. Stayed alive. There's a flag on the play.
Holding against Centralia, so that one's coming back, and Xavier Koch, one of their leading wide receivers, is limping very gingerly toward the sideline. So he'll have to come out, and coming in his place is Jaden Ross, a senior wide receiver, 6'2", 165 pounds. And now it is 3rd down and 14 to go here for Centralia. So this is definitely helping Collinsville's plans out.
Habermill also had to go off for the Cahoks there, and Dale Coleman has to come in the middle.
Daryl Jones in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He rolls out to his left just a little bit, completes the pass over to Keaton Morgan, but Morgan is going to be knocked down at about the 18-yard line. So almost back up to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 12, and we'll see how the Orphans want to play this. They need to get the ball to the 5-yard line for a first down. Does not appear they're bringing anybody to kick out here.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get some positive yards there, knowing they were.
Yeah, now they're going to bring out the kicker.
They are going to kick it.
Yep,
okay.
They are. And Daryl Jones will be the holder, and this will be from about 25 yards out here on this left hash mark. Yeah. And now we're going to have a timeout call. Centralia had a little confusion going on there, so a timeout on the field. We'll step aside for just a moment. Back after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Centralia.
They thought better of the field goal.
I guess they decided not to go with the field goal after the timeout. Would have been a 35-yard try. So 4th down and about 12 to go for a first down here for Centralia. Here's the snap. Jones is back to pass. Now he's going to step up. He's going to throw it into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Nice play by Ryan McIntyre to stay with the receiver, and at the last moment, I think he knocked that ball out of there.
Yeah, Tomlanovic stayed in front of McIntyre there. Looked like he was going to make the catch, and McIntyre does enough to disrupt him, and the ground helped too. Kahawks get the stop.
Yes, they do, and they get the ball back. They're going to have a long way to go, but it's better than allowing a score. We'll see if the offense can get on track here after their first possession kind of fizzled out. Collinsville got a first down.
Really never got going.
Yeah, thanks to a offside penalty by Centralia. Kahawks break huddle. Chase Reynolds lines up as a slot receiver on the far side. Amari Rogers over here in the same spot next to KJ. Pinnell brings Chase Reynolds into motion. He's going to hand the ball off to McIntyre. McIntyre makes a nice cut right up the middle to the right-hand side and gets across the 20 to the 21-yard line, and that's a gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Jack Shepard with a nice block on that left side, and McIntyre saw enough to cut it back to the middle there. Gets the 5-yard gain.
They're going to call it 5. Actually, they're going to call it 4. Scoreboard has it down at 2nd down and 6, so we'll go with that as well. Same setup. Over on the far side, you have Isaiah Gordon as the wide receiver. And a bad snap, but he stays with it. And a completed pass to Rogers. Rogers eludes a tackle, has a first down, and he's brought down at around the 38-yard line. Nice pickup there on what looked like it was going to be a busted play for a moment.
Yeah, Pinnell saved face there. Still got that play going. Rogers had all the blocks in front of him. Good healthy gain.
I think it was a little screen pass is what it was designed to do, and then snap was a little high. Here's Pinnell. He's back to pass. Throws the ball long down the far side, but he overthrows Isaiah Gordon by about 8 or 9 yards. If he would have put that over in his breadbasket, I think Gordon would have been gone for a touchdown.
Maybe Gordon got a little slow run on that one. Looked like he had legs and cement there before he really got going there, but it also was overthrown.
It is natural grass here at Centralia, but it's real short, like a green on a golf course.
Kahawks were on the hill all week practicing on that grass instead of out on the turf.
2nd down and 10 now for Collinsville. Same formation, 2 wide receivers on either side. McIntyre's the lone running back. And Pinnell stands in shotgun once again, takes the snap, throws it into the sideline, and that one is behind. Rogers, a little over his head, went right through his hand, so 3rd down and 10 upcoming here for the Kahawks. They got to get it up to the 47-yard line for a first down.
Australia sums out some guys here, knowing this is going to be a passing play.
Pinnell comes in from the sideline with the play, delivers it to the huddle. Collinsville out here in their white jerseys, purple pants, white helmets. Centralia all in red from top to bottom. Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers far too near. Here is Pinnell. He steps up. He's looking. He still looks. He throws, and he's got KJ open. KJ needs to move forward, and he doesn't do it fast enough, or does he? He's going to get marked down. Wow.
I think his knee was down maybe.
Yeah, could be. I thought he caught the ball at least up there by the first down marker, so it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 to go here for Collinsville.
Yeah, KJ was calling for the ball. Calling for the ball is Pinnell was scrambling for his life. Like, hey, I'm right here. Get me the ball.
Looked like for a minute KJ just caught it, and he automatically had it in his mind that he was going to run out of bounds. And then he decided to turn it upfield.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe stepped out of bounds there, and Kahawks call timeout?
Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. That was fast.
Wow, I would never even look at the clock.
I know. That it is, right? I mean, they got 11:56 up there. Oh, okay. So it's not the end of the quarter. I looked up at the clock and it's 12 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute. So a timeout on the field. I guess we'll just keep it right here for this one. And we'll figure it out. because the chain gang's moving the chains now. Everybody's confused.
Yeah, I think everybody thought the quarter was over, but it really wasn't. Or was it?
No.
Yeah, they're switching sides.
What? Okay. I think somebody needs to fill the ref in on what's going on here. You guys need to – you can't run a play. You guys got to figure this out.
If the quarter wasn't over. They thought the quarter was over. Was the quarter not over? Somebody needs to relay that down to them.
Maybe on the PA. Let them know. And I wasn't looking at the clock. And last time I looked at it, there was 8 minutes and 10 seconds left. So I would imagine there's got to be at least 4 minutes left. All right, so there's 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The referees think that we have already ended the first quarter.
Yeah, there was a horn that went off, and everybody thought and then the guy doing the clock, he got messed up. So then they realized their mistake, but then the refs and everybody switched everything around for the quarter. So the first quarter is not over.
All right, well, while they get this figured out, we are going to take a timeout, so we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All right, we are back here at Centralia, and I think they've almost got this figured out. It is 4th down and 2. The first quarter is not over yet. There's 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Somewhere along the way, someone heard a horn. Someone said it was an ambulance horn.
Yeah, Coach Bennett said Coach Bennett, the basketball coach and AD here at Centralia, said it was an ambulance horn.
Yeah,
the guys doing the clock got a little mixed up. But they reset the clock, and
the referees thought that the quarter was over, and they moved everybody back.
So we have 1:56 left to go in the first quarter.
All right, so 4th down and 2 is where Collinsville is. They have the ball on their own 46-yard line. They need to get it to the 48-yard line. And the Kahawks are going for it here on 4th down. Rogers goes into motion. Here's the snap. It's high. It comes down for McIntyre. He's got the first down and more. He's off to the races down the sideline. No one's going to catch him. Kahawk touchdown.
He goes untouched right through the line there. 2 guys for Centralia had a chance to get him, and they weren't able to bring him down. Puts on the afterburners. McIntyre, the speedster, gets a touchdown.
Nicely done. After all that confusion, we will definitely take it.
Worked out for the Kahawks. Had more time to work on what they were going to do, and Chance will come on for the extra point out of the hold of Pinnell.
So the Kahawks go up, trying to add on that extra point. Nick Chance, hold by Pinnell. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Collinsville, after all that, scores first, and the Kahawks lead 7-0 with 1:39 left to play. Here in this first quarter, we're back after a timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville Junior Service Club's Golf Scramble set for Sunday, October 1st at Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, give them a call at 618-210-7273. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Centralia. Collinsville got a 54-yard touchdown run from Ryan McIntyre, and Collinsville leads 7-0 with 1:39 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, on 4th and 2, and after all the clock confusion.
I was confused. Here's a kickoff. It's high and it's shallow. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line for Centralia, up to the 25, and then he got his feet taken out from underneath him. Nice open field tackle there by Romel Bollinger.
Great job. Takes the feet out of Morgan there.
Keegan Morgan. And it looks like Xavier Koch, who limped off the field earlier, is back out there. He's a slot receiver with the green shoes on over there on the far side. So double wide receiver formation, 2 on either side here. Here is Darrell Jones in shotgun. He has Elijah Johnson as his running back, but Jones is going to take the ball. He's going to run it himself. Throws it down the middle, but he threw it a little bit too far out in front of Koch, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Koch was starting to get some space between him and Chase Reynolds there. If he could have connected with that, could have had a lot of running room. Incomplete pass, though.
So 2nd down and 10 here for Centralia. 90 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Darrell Jones in shotgun, split running backs, and he's going to hand the ball off to Johnson. Johnson pushes his way up the middle and gets a couple of yards, maybe a yard and a half before he's finally brought down. They're going to mark it down at the 29-yard line. So a gain of a yard will bring up a 3rd down and 9, maybe a long 8.
Yep, Habermill chases him down from behind on the tackle there.
Cam Tomlanovich comes in with the play, and actually he doesn't come in with the play. They really don't huddle up too much, do the Orphans. They have plays called, and then they'll swap out players as they need. Here's the snap. Tomlanovich, he's being targeted. He catches the ball, and he'll get taken out of bounds right in front of his own bench, and I believe he'll have enough for a 1st down, maybe barely.
I thought Darius nearly cut him off there about the 35-yard line, but Tomlanovich breaches the ball out there, enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of cushion, man. He was wide open on that left side flat. That is a 1st down, so we'll move the chains. And Centralia lives to see another snap here. So run out of bounds, stops the clock with 50 seconds left to play.
They get the plays on the sideline. No huddling up.
Yep. There's another snap to Jones. Jones is going to keep it himself, and Collinsville's Michael Tange reached his hand out there and got enough of Jones to slow him up a bit while the rest of his buddies came in to help, but a gain of about 4 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 6.
A chance this is the last play of the first quarter for real.
25 seconds and counting as everybody looks to the sidelines for the play from the coaching staff here at Centralia. They're going to let the clock run out, are they?
They can, yeah. The play clock is.
Yep, they can.
Play clock has more time, and that is what's going to happen here.
Yep. All right, so they're going to let the clock run out. We are going to head to the second quarter. Collinsville leads 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. We're back with quarter number 2 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Once again, we welcome you back to Centralia. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Second quarter getting ready to get underway. Collinsville with a 7-0 lead on the strength of a 54-yard touchdown run by Ryan McIntyre after a lengthy timeout due to confusion with the play or with the game clock and whether it was the second quarter or not. Kind of worked out in our favor. All right, second down and about 6 to go. Here is Jones. He's going to keep it. He tries the right side, and he's got another first down, and he'll get brought down right at midfield. A little tag team match there by Zay Norton along with Michael Tongay. And the Orphans move the chains.
Yep, right at midfield now. Kahok's trying to not get burned on any big pass plays, but it's really allowing Jones a lot of running space in the middle.
Yeah, Jones was their primary running back last year, and we know he can run the ball. Here's a pass over here on this near side sideline, and that is complete to, is that a number 8?
I believe it's 9.
9, okay. I was going to say I don't have it. Bratton, I don't have a number 8.
Yeah, it was Bratton. They cut him off. McIntyre did. Knocks him out of bounds, but still a 5-yard gain for Centralia.
Yep, gain 5. That leaves 5. Second down and 5 here for Centralia as Jones takes the handoff, gives the handoff to Johnson. Johnson trying to push his way through that front line of Collinsville, and Collinsville pushes right back, but he did pick up a couple of yards, and it's going to bring up a third down and about 4.
Thomas Kohler is like a brick wall there. Not letting Johnson go any farther, just 1-yard gain.
So another big third down here for the Collinsville defense. Jones has Elijah Johnson standing over his right shoulder. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Here's the snap. And a fake hands off to Johnson, and Jones is going to keep it. He's going to get wrapped up before he can get there. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and probably 2 for a first down. They got to get to the 40-yard line, so we're going to call it 4th down and 4. No gain at all on that play.
I'd had some running rooms. If he kept it to the outside there, would try to cut back in. St. Norton right there cuts him off, and Centralia's going to go for this.
Either that or they're going to try to get Collinsville to jump. And there's a little movement up front, but no flags on the play. Play clock still has 20 seconds. They can play with it a little bit more as they want to kind of milk this for all they can.
They call another timeout here as officials looking at Centralia head coach here.
Centralia's already used 1 timeout.
Yeah,
they have
do.
2 left, and now they are going to call a timeout. And they're going to talk about it or they're going to punt it, one of the two. So a timeout on the field. We'll step aside here for just a moment. Back after this brief message on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back at Centralia High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Glad you are with us. We got off to a little bit of a rough start with some connectivity problems and didn't get to bring you much of a pregame show, but I'm really glad that we got it all figured out because the last thing I wanted to do was whip out the phone and do this game on Facebook. So we are good to go. Had to move the hot spot up onto the roof. I was up there looking around, and there was not a cell tower to be seen, so I guess it was a pretty good idea to move it up to the roof. All right. 4th down and 4. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in this first half. Collinsville leads 7-0. And it looks as if we are going to have a Centralia punt. Ryan McIntyre stands back at his own 10-yard line. There's the snap, and the kick is high and not very deep. It's going to be aimed to the sideline, and it's probably going to run out of bounds, and it is at the 15-yard line. So Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 15 on this next series. And we'll see what the Kahawks have up their sleeves.
Yeah, not much going on the first drive of the game, and then the second one was a bit slow, but all of a sudden a big long run for a touchdown by McIntyre.
Yeah. That was after all the confusion on the clock and what quarter we were in and all that stuff. So the Kahawks have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 15. A break huddle. They'll send 2 wide receivers over here on the near side, 3 on the far side, empty backfield. So Pinnell stands back there by himself. And he'll take the snap. He goes back to pass, steps up in the pocket, has a little bit of room, makes a move to the left, makes a move to the right, and down he goes, but not after. Darren Pinnell picks up a 1st down, a gain of 13 on the play.
Good eyes upfield, sees his running spots there. Forced the 2 Centralia guys cut him off after a 13-yard gain.
9:50 and counting left to go here in this first half. Collinsville already leading 7-0, looking for more. That was a nice play. I think that was designed. Looked to me like it was.
It was. They sold it real well. He was able to get that running room.
3 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far. High snap. Pinnell pulls it down, and then he steps right into trouble, and he is going to lose about 3 yards on the play.
That's what you want. You want Pinnell to be able to create some stuff, get some runs. He did a lot of great stuff as a receiver last year. Not the kind of guy you just want throwing the ball back there all the time or handing it off.
He's a smart kid, so he knows what to do. Sometimes the opposition can smell those things out too. Got to give them some credit sometimes as well. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near, 1 lone running back. That's Ryan McIntyre, and he runs right into Pinnell. That slowed him down, and that allowed Dakota Starr right in there to make a quarterback sack, and we went from 3rd and 11 or 13 to 3rd and very long, about 15 to go for a 1st down here.
Yeah, Pinnell just needs some help there. Starr coming around back there and blocks him off.
Well, McIntyre ran right into him.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything to do with that big defensive line.
No, he didn't. It just, I think it kind of jarred him just a little bit, and by the time he got out of that, he was already being wrapped up. Here's Pinnell back to pass. He runs, he throws, and that one is incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Right on the hands there, KJ. 2 guys close in on him just as the ball arrives. Can't hold on to that one. Can't force the punt.
Well, McIntyre is going to have to go back and punt. And Xavier Koch will go back to receive. He will stand at his own 45-yard line.
Habermill will snap the punt here back to McIntyre.
8:11 left to play here in this first half. Here's the snap. McIntyre gets the punt off high, and calling for a fair catch is Koch, but then he runs away from it, and it takes the Collinsville bounce once again, and all the way down to the 42-yard line. And that's where Centralia will start this next drive with exactly 8 minutes left to play here in quarter number 2.
Nice crowd on hand here.
Yeah.
Beautiful night in Centralia.
It's a gorgeous night.
Kahok crazy student fans came out tonight. They're doing like a beach theme. They got some beach balls. They're having fun.
Xavier Koch is still limping off, coming off the playing field over here to the bench.
Must have been why he didn't want to try to get that ball.
Could be. All right, here's Jones back to pass. He throws it immediately, and he's got Tomlanovich open, and he gets pushed into the Kahok bench, but not before he gains about 8 yards on the play, maybe 7 yards, so we'll call it a 2nd down and 7 coming up. 2nd down and 3, excuse me. Ball on the Centralia 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. Johnson is the lone running back. Here's the snap. Jones back to pass. He'll roll out to his left-hand side, being chased by Habermill. Habermill still chasing him down, and wisely Daryl Jones just throws the ball straight into the ground.
Still pays for it. Does take a hit from Habermill and McIntyre. But good job running to that left side, see him back in the center there, nearly getting it to an open receiver who is coming back towards the ball.
Jones is limping a little bit too after that.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You take a big hit from Devin Habermill.
Yeah, I wouldn't be getting up if I took a big hit from Devin Habermill. Johnson is the lone running back, but Jones is going to go back to pass again. He's being flushed out of the pocket. Rolls out to the right, and he's going to get taken down. This time he does not get rid of the ball. Don't celebrate too much there, dude. You'll get a flag.
Oh, an arm celebrating. Great tackle there. Got to watch that. Good thing he was stepping away. Occasionally you might get a guy who kind of flexes or something over the.
That's what happened last week to Belleville East.
Yeah, player he brings down, and
big loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 after a 3rd down and 3. Big sack.
Arms will be late one getting off.
So punt time. McIntyre is back standing at his own 30. That's high, and this time it's going to go to the opposite side. McIntyre will let it go. Takes a nice Kahok bounce, goes straight up into the air, and then barely gets a roll. Collinsville will start on their own 26-yard line. 6:54 left to play here in this second quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Kahawks, and we'll see if they can move the ball a little bit better this go-round.
Cooks might have gotten away with having too many guys on the field there. Arms to getting off late, then Norton was booking it towards the sideline. Didn't look like he had quite made it off the field yet when the snap happened, but no call was made on that. Wouldn't have given Centralia first down.
No.
But another chance to punt.
Yeah, I think we've only had a couple of flags on this game so far, and one offside and one ineligible man downfield is all I can remember. Oh, and a holding call. Here's a pass over to KJ. KJ's going to cut up and go not up the field. He was running towards the press box here, and that cost him probably a couple of yards.
He caught it, and his blocks were off to his right. He was trying to slant over, and then he kind of backtracked a bit like he was going to try to turn a corner that this wasn't there, and it almost ends up being no gain.
Yeah, they got about a yard on the play, so 2nd down and 9 for Collinsville. KJ takes his spot over on the far side. 3 wide receivers over here on the near side. You have Isaiah Gordon, Chase Reynolds, and here's the snap. Rogers is over there. Oh, McIntyre gets smacked right off the bat.
Entire defensive line of Centralia is there, and McIntyre had absolutely nowhere to go. Kahok's offensive line lost that battle for sure.
That they did.
So this will bring a passing down for the Kahawks.
Have not seen Zay Norton in this game yet, although he was listed as a starter.
Right, he's been out there on defense. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's been out there on offense.
2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. McIntyre, the lone running back. 5:35 left to play here in quarter number 2. 3rd and long. Here is Pinelli, dumps it off to Chase Reynolds right at the line of scrimmage. Reynolds has got some moves, but he's going to end up being about a yard short of the 1st down.
You need those moves to stay alive.
Stay alive.
Screen pass. Yeah, screen pass across the middle there and stay alive. You needed those moves to get up to this 4th and 1, and probably a good chance here the Cavs to go for this, even though it's risky down here.
Yeah, got 11 yards on that play, but they needed 12.
Now
Collinsville's going for it. Under center now is Pinnell. Pinnell trying to bark out the signal, see if he can get an offside call, and now Collinsville is going to call a timeout. So we'll step aside as well as the Kahawks use their first timeout, and we'll be back after a brief moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
4th down and 1 for Collinsville. Pinnell is going to keep it, and he's going to help himself out and get the first down for Collinsville. Well, it's almost like they were going to do it on the last play, but they decided to use a timeout and do it on this play.
It's just Pinnell keeping the ball there, getting the snap from Pat in the center and following him, and the rest of the offensive line gets enough for the first down.
Pinnell back in the shotgun, brand new set of downs. Collinsville, here's a throw down the far sideline. KJ's wide open. He catches the ball and comes down at the 30 and gets himself up to about the 28-yard line. First down, Collinsville.
That came together there perfectly there. KJ with enough space on the defender, perfect pass, and Chaos can get the 4th down conversion and big play here on the next play.
That was a beautiful pass too, man. Nice tight spiral, perfect spot. KJ with a big catch there. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre puts on a spin move and picks up about half of what he needed for a first down, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 21-yard line, make it the 22-yard line, as the Kahawks are knocking on the door of the red zone.
Bringing Habermill that time was like an extra blocker / tight end, and 5-yard gain on first down. Now here's Norton for the first time in the backfield.
Zay Norton stands over the right shoulder of Pinnell. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near. Here's the handoff, and Norton tries the left-hand side. He's got some room. Nice block out there by Isaiah Gordon, and pushed out of bounds at about the 6-yard line is Zay Norton. Collinsville picks up another first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Kahawks.
Okay, let's go with the bruisers out there trying to run this ball now. Hearn helping out on that left side. All the way down to the 5 or 6.
Nice job by Gordon opening up a little bit of breathing room there for Norton. 3:42 left to play here in this first half. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks knocking on the door once again. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Pinnell in shotgun, has Norton over his left shoulder this time. Here's the snap, handoff goes to Norton. He zigs, he zags, he's in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Perfect hole there by the offensive line. Norton can just go untouched there. Gets his first 2 carries of the game, and 2 rushing touchdowns for the Kahawks in this game. 3:39 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Nick Shantz will come on for the extra point try. And once again, Pinnell the holder. Here's the snap, ball placed down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 7 more points to add onto the scoreboard for your Collinsville Kahawks. And the Kahawks have flipped the script. Last year it was Centralia that got off to a 14-0 lead. This time it is Collinsville, and we're going to come back and tell you all about the kickoff to the Orphans right after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family.
We apologize to Old Herald. It was a very fast return on that kickoff and a little bit of bobble over there by the return man, but he gets it up across the 26-yard line, and that is where Centralia will start their next drive from as they trail your Collinsville Kahawks 14-0.
The runner carried that one and bobbled the ball a bit, and then Tongay wraps him up for the tackle.
Belleville East had some problems last week on kickoffs and punts, bobbling the ball, and That was when we had wet fields to deal with after that big rainstorm. First down and 10 here for Centralia. Daryl Jones back out there in shotgun. He has Elijah Johnson over his left shoulder, and it's going to be Jones who's going to keep it, and he'll be lucky to get back up to the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a half a yard, maybe.
Good pursuit by Tongay there to wrap him up. Loss on the play.
Loss of a yard on the play will bring up second down and 11. 3:14 left to play here in this first half. 14-0 in favor of Collinsville. 3 wide receivers over here on the near side, empty on the far side. And the lone running back once again is Elijah Johnson. Here's the snap. Jones, he is going to keep it again, and he's going to go up the middle, and he's not going to get very far. He might have got that yard back. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Orphans.
You got guys like Pinnell and Harms coming in there helping out, and Jones just has nowhere to go. 3rd and 10.
So he did get the yard back. Now the Orphans are going to go with an empty backfield. They're going to go with a 5 wide receiver set. 3 over here on the near side, 2 over on the far side. And Jones takes the snap. He's going to go back, and he gets tackled in the backfield. Oh, boy. What a nice open field tackle by Michael Tongay. And, man, the sideline going nuts for Collinsville after that.
Sold out there on the blitz and just barely tripped up Jones there. If he would have got past Tongay there, he might have had a lot of running room.
Yeah, I saw Tongay. He timed that out perfectly, didn't he? He was on the run before the ball was snapped. That's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 13. And the Orphans are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So we'll step aside for just a moment. And we will make up our commercial with Old Herald back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Kahawks called the timeout, so each team is now left with 1 timeout. We have 2:15 left to play here in this first half, and Collinsville is going to get the ball back. Should be pretty decent field position. That's a nice punt, and that's going to send McIntyre all the way back to the 35, and he cannot get out of the tackle. That was a nice job there by number 9 again, Bratton. And Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 2:04 left to play here in this first half. 14-0 in favor of Collinsville. 2 rushing touchdowns for the Kahawks. And we'll see how they want to play it here. So Collinsville has 1 timeout left.
They called the timeout to save the time. That would have ran off the clock if Centralia could have ran the 40 seconds off. So they're going to try a 2-minute drive here, get the ball down the field here, and try to get another score before halftime.
Little 2-minute drills. Zay Norton is back in at running back. 2 wide receivers on either side. And actually that's McIntyre. Here is Pinnell. He is directing traffic. Gets out of 1 tackle. He's going to throw the ball right before he would have got sacked for a loss. So a nice heads-up play there by Darren to get rid of that ball.
Actually it was there. I think the pass was there immediately, but he didn't throw it. And wanted the guys to run a little farther downfield, and there was nothing more there.
Cardinals are down 1-0 over at Busch Stadium to the Pittsburgh Pirates in the battle for last place. On September 1st, I would have never thought I'd be saying those words back in March. Cardinals had they finished in first place in spring training. There you go. Where's the parade? 3 wide receivers on the far. 1 over here on the near. Pinnell in shotgun again. He's going to go back to pass. He thought about going down the middle, and now he somehow or another gets out of a tackle, throws the ball, got Chase Reynolds. He steps forward for a first down into Orphan territory and then runs out of bounds to stop the clock.
Entire pocket is collapsing on Pennell, and no one on Centralia just finished off the tackle. Pennell escapes out of it and creates a lot out of nothing there. Now the Cahoks are on the other side of the 50.
I can't believe he got out of that.
Yeah, it's just nobody in Centralia finished off the tackle, and any one of them could have done it.
Cahoks into Orphans territory. Ball sitting on Centralia's 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 here for Collinsville. 3 wide receivers set over here on the left, 1 on the far side, and 1 lone running back. Here's Pennell back to pass again. Looks down the middle, throws down the middle. He's got a man open. That's Gordon. Gordon stepped right in front of a defensive back and took that ball and takes it all the way down to the Orphans' 20-yard line.
Really 4 guys are closing in on Gordon there, and he has to nearly take it out of the hands of a defender and make the catch himself. Cahoks driving here down to the 20.
1st and 10 again for Collinsville. This time 3 wide receivers on the right side. Cahoks snap it quickly. Pennell down the middle. Oh, that was tipped. But I tell you what, Chase Gordon was wide open otherwise. If he wouldn't have tipped that ball, that was going to go right into his breadbasket.
Yeah, it was the perfect pass there across the middle. Just the tip. Made Reynolds not be able to get that one.
So 2nd down and 10 now. Ball on the 21-yard line. 1:25 left to play here in this first half.
Still have the timeout.
Kevin Habermill checks into this offensive set, so we'll have a tight end as Isaiah Gordon will go to the bench. And Rogers and KJ break out as wideouts on the far side. Reynolds over here on the near side. McIntyre, the lone running back. Rogers goes into motion, handoff, nope, it's faked. Here is Pennell trying to follow Rogers with a block. He's got some room, and there is Darren Pennell, touchdown.
Rogers with the first block, and then Chase Reynolds with the last block, sealing it off there and allowing Pennell to go the rest of the way, all the way to the end zone.
So Collinsville using the running game here tonight. The 3rd rushing touchdown for the Cahawks.
Real efficient drive there, took less than a minute.
Yeah, we had, 2:04 on the clock. Now we're down to 1:18. Here is Shantz for his 3rd extra point. Oh, the snap was bobbled. Pennell, he gets out of it. He runs. He's still on the move. He throws in the end zone. 2-point conversion. Flag on the play late.
Yeah, maybe somebody went downfield.
An eligible man downfield, most likely.
Very well could be. It's going to be hard for those guys to stay within the 5 yards, scrambling like that.
You'd have figured they would have threw that flag early, though, instead of throwing it after the catch was made. Yep, that's what it's called, ineligible man downfield.
See, that's the positive of having your quarterback be the holder there.
Yeah.
Scramble and you get the 2 pointers, but the ineligible players just maybe are thinking they're going to need to block up field and the pass comes. So now Shantz will get a 2nd opportunity here for this.
Going to be backed up just a little bit more, though. This is going to be from 25 yards out.
Just 5 yards.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty. So Shantz with another opportunity to stay perfect in his PATs. Here's the snap. It's low again, and it's placed down. Ball is on the way, and it is good.
He had to wait on that a little bit for Pennell to pick the ball up a bit, but he had enough distance on that one. So it works out for the Cahawks to get the extra point.
That they do, and Collinsville has staked themselves out now to a 21-0 lead. We'll take a brief timeout, and we'll come back and tell you about the ensuing kickoff in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Kickoff on the way and caught at the 15-yard line. Brought forward and all the way out to the 30-yard line is Jalen Hoskins, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. And the Orphans, they have one timeout left, 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock to see what they can do with it.
Hoskins broke a tackle there and was able to get in about another 10 yards or so. So anything will help out here for the Orphans. They got 1 minute and 11 to work with and a timeout.
Collinsville, of course, took the opening kickoff, so that means the Orphans will get the ball first to begin the second half. We have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up here at the end of this first half. As Jones is in shotgun again, and that play is whistled dead before it even got going. I don't see any flags, though. Do you? Nope.
Seemed like that ref on the Collinsville side of me was just checking on something.
I'm not sure.
No penalty. They spot the ball back in the same place.
Yeah.
He just killed it for some reason, wanted to check on something, but no penalty.
All right. Jones in shotgun. Takes the snap. Comes over here to this near side sideline, but the ball hits the ground. That was intended for Hoskins, but it never quite made it all the way.
He had to come back for it, and it wasn't quite to him. And his knee was heading down to the ground anyway. Almost might have been better to not catch it and take the loss if his knee would have been down on the ground.
Well, that would have kept the clock going, too. As it is, clock stopped with 1:06 left to play. Two wide receivers over here on the near side, one over on the far side. And in shotgun once again is Jones. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Johnson. Johnson up the middle, and he'll rumble his way forward for a gain of about 8 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2. We're under a minute now as the clock continues to run.
Springfield with a tackle on that time. But the clock keeps going here, so the Cats will give up those 8 yards for the clock to keep running.
Oh, yeah. Hoskins and Koch as wide receivers on the near side. They're going to give it to Johnson gets taken down big time by Roland Arms. As soon as he got his hands on the ball, Arms was there.
He's already had a couple big stops here. Now Centralia will have to take this final timeout.
Did Collinsville just take a timeout?
Collinsville might have taken the timeout since it's going to be 4th down, so you want to get the ball back.
Yeah. We're going to keep it here for this one.
So
they keep on springing these like 25-second timeouts on me.
It's a high school game. Force them to punt. You never know if that could go awry or anything like that, or maybe you can get a return. Had a real efficient drive before, so maybe you get down the field quickly, take a couple shots, and get another score here before the end of the half because Centralia's going to start the ball second half.
3 rushing touchdowns for Collinsville, a 54-yarder by Ryan McIntyre. That was in the first. A 6-yarder by Zay Norton in the second, and we just saw Darren Pinnell run a 21-yarder in just a little while ago. Matter of fact, it was only 45 seconds ago, according to the game clock. And that is how we got to be 21-0. 4th down. And Rogers is going to go back to collect this punt. He stands at his own 30-yard line. And the snap and the kick is end over end. It's going to back Rogers up to the 22-yard line. He takes it and moves forward with it. He gets out of one. And he's trying to turn the corner on the other. He does. There's a flag on the play in the middle of the field. And there's another flag. All the flags come flying in on a late hit out of bounds on Amari Rogers. And we'll get this all sorted out in a minute. Not sure what the first flag was for, but we know what the rest of them were for.
Good chance the initial flag is on the Cahoks holding. But then the late hit, as we hear some commotion from up above, is from the Kahok coaches. And there's more than one penalty on Centralia outside as so many flags came flying in.
Well, 3 of them came flying in on the hit. The one at the 50-yard line was already there by the time the hit was made.
Well, nobody on the Kahok sideline did anything.
And we're going to find out. Here's the man in the white hat, the referee. He'll let us know what happened. Have holding against Collinsville.
Yeah, that was that initial one.
And then you have personal foul against Centralia. So what is going to transpire is it's going to be offsetting penalties, and I don't know if they're going to do the kickover or not, or if they're just going to call the ball up here at midfield.
I think you might march it off from the hold, the 10 yards from the holding spot, and then
15 yards
15 yards back the other way for the late hit. So it'll be 5 yards up.
Okay, there's that one.
5 yards up from where the hold was, which was about where he went out of bounds anyway. So the net is the same for the Kahawks as the play went along.
Yeah, now to 15 yards. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty much right there where you went out of bounds where the chain gang already have their marker set. So Collinsville into Orphans territory with 17.2 seconds left to go here in this first half.
So take a couple shots down the field here.
Why not?
As Centralia's coach wants a little bit of an explanation here. Then our fine ref will explain it to him and what's going to go on here, and the Kahawks will have the ball. Always like to thank the ref crew for coming out and doing these games. There's such a shortage of the refs.
Yeah, they're on it for sure.
And sometimes there's not even enough to go around throughout the state on a Friday night. Some games have got to get moved to different nights. So anytime we can have a ref crew out here, we're happy.
Coach Goway was still talking to the refs, trying to find out what everything was about, but all the conversations are over now. And Collinsville has a 1st and 10 from Centralia's 42-yard line. And we'll see what the Kahawks want to do with it. Here's a snap, and Pinnell throws it over to the side for McIntyre, and he gets back up to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's just not a high percentage play there. They're not going to get back to this.
And now there's a flag. That'll stop the clock.
Delay a game or something because the ball went flying.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the ball pop up.
But that was just not the best play at all for the Kahawks.
Yeah. Wow, delay a game against Centralia, so I guess they picked the ball and threw it up in the air and prevented Collinsville from trying to get the play off before the clock ran out, but that kind of backfired. 5-yard penalty. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. 4.8 seconds left to play here in this first half.
And
so
the big thing is it stops the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Kahawks were probably not going to get that spike. They probably were not going to get lined up in the next 4.8 seconds and get that spiked. So, look, a shot down the field here, right?
Yeah, get a little heave-ho to the end zone. 3 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. Zay Norton in at running back. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. He lofts it over toward the end zone. He's got KJ open, and baby, that's a touchdown!
Wow, that delay game really burned Centralia there. Great pass from Pinnell. KJ touches it with no time left, and the Kahawks get 2 touchdowns in the final minute 18.
Wow.
Make this a four-score game.
Well,
heck of a way to end the quarter.
You're not kidding, man. This has been a weird one from the outset with the old Wi-Fi issues and then the clock stoppage. And then we thought we were in the second quarter, and then we had all that stuff going on. Here is Nick Shantz, and that's his first miss of the year. He missed it wide to the right, and the clock says 0, and that's going to do it for the first half of this game, and it's been a fun first half, to say the least. And now time for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give Woods Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. We will scour the internet, see if we can find some scores for you from week 2 of the high school football season here in the state of Illinois, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, And finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
And we welcome you back to Centralia. We are going to let you take in the stylings of the Centralia High School Marching Band while we're still getting our halftime scores together. So enjoy for a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Centralia Orphans High School Marching Band. Nice job. All right, let's continue with our Woods Basement Systems halftime show. And first of all, we'll give you some stats. Thanks to the guys over here at the Centralia radio station for providing those for us. We'll begin with Centralia. Their quarterback, Daryl Jones, is 7 of 11 for 37 yards. He's ran 10 times for 55 yards. Elijah Johnson has carried the ball 6 times for 18 yards. And Keaton Morgan has carried the ball twice for 17 yards. For Collinsville, Darren Pinnell, 13 of 19, 190 yards and a touchdown. KJ Thorpes-Watts caught that touchdown. He has caught 5 passes for 106 yards. And in the rushing department, Ryan McIntyre has carried the ball 5 times for 60 yards and a touchdown. Pinnell, he's carried the ball 5 times for 30 yards and a touchdown. And Zay Norton has carried the ball 2 times for 22 yards and a touchdown. And here is Chris Keller to fill you in on some scores from around the land. Take it away, Chris.
Well, thanks to Centralia Radio for those stats. Scores from around the area. These are all near or about halftime scores. So Mater Dei Central Milk Bowl is 14-7 Mater Dei at the half. Quincy 14, Alton 6. Althoff 34, Decatur St. Teresa 7. Mount Zion 22, Triad 14. Roxana 35-0 over Redbud. Jersey 21, Freeburg 7. Edwardsville 20, Cahokia 6. Grand City, Marion's winning that 24-0 against Grand City. Belleville East 20, Pekin 0. Up north, Fort Zumwalt West 19 and Belleville West 14. CM 21, East Alton Wood River 7. And the last score I have is O'Fallon 33, Troy, Missouri 21.
All right, that's Chris Keller giving you the scores. My name is Todd Duke. As we wrap up the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, third quarter action will be coming your way here in just a couple of minutes on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121. Or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium, used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And Just off the square's turf, Cold Harold's, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Harold's. Watch Collinsville grow. Harold Square and Cold Harold. 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Once again, we welcome you back to Centralia High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you as we are just about ready to go for second half action here with Collinsville leading 27-0. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. And then right as time was running out in the first half, how about a 37-yard touchdown pass from Darren Pennell to KJ Thorpes-Watt. Nick Shantz missed his first extra point of the year, and that's why it's 27-0 instead of 28-0. But other than that, man, Nick Shantz has done a pretty good job so far here in the first couple of games in the kicking department there, Chris Kettler.
Yeah, he has. He had been 6-6 to start, which is all you can ask for from high school guys. But, yeah, Kahok's helped out to get that last touchdown there because Centralia threw the ball and they were called for a delay of game there, preventing the Kahoks, who probably may have not got that play off.
Yeah, they might not have, but we'll never know now. So Collinsville now ready to kick off. And here once again is Matt Reynolds, who will do the kickoff duty this year for Collinsville. And back deep, you have Jalen Hoskins. He's on the far side. And that ball is kicked pretty deep, and it's going to take Hoskins back to the 6. Takes it across the 10, the 20. He's up to the 25, and he is going to be wrapped up, I thought, momentarily there. First person to get his hands on him was Amari Berry, and then he slipped through him, and it ended up being taken down by, I'm not really sure, 45 or 44. I don't have a 45.
I believe 45 is Loyal Patterson.
Okay.
He had 45 on jersey today at school.
Okay. I don't even see him on my roster.
Yeah. Loyal Patterson.
All right, well, 1st and 10 from their own 30. That is where the Orphans start. Here is Daryl Jones. Jones takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. Nope, he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle, and he gets almost up to midfield before he is finally brought down by Isaiah Gordon. So nice first play from scrimmage there for Centralia.
Nearly a shoestring tackle to bring him down in the backfield. Couldn't get him. Lots of speed from Jones.
So that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Orphans. They're trying to get on the board for the first time here in their home opener. Here is Jones. He takes it, and he's going to run with it again. He zigs and zags, and then he gets taken out just into Kahok territory. Rolling Arms wrapped him up there at the last moment, and that's a gain of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6.
And if Arms doesn't get to him, he probably gets all the way up to the 1st down. Look center, look right, and finally found a little space to go left.
Big tight formation now, so it looks like they're going to abandon the running game here. Looks that way. Looks can be deceiving. And rolling out to the right-hand side, here is Jones trying to take the game into his own hands, and he gets thrown down onto the ground by Zay Norton. And that's going to be 1 yard shy of the 1st down, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Centralia had some real wide-out formations before. Not real all bunched up like this. This is going to be more of a traditional one here.
Yeah,
on 3rd
they'll
and 1.
spread it out here a little bit. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 over here on the near side. And the snap is going to hand off to Johnson. Johnson breaks out of 1 tackle and then can't get past the last guy, which was Darius Williams, and Williams tripped him up, but that was after he picked up the 1st down, so the Orphans move the chains once again.
McIntyre nearly had him in the backfield for a loss. Got through that. Williams cleaned it up, though, but still 1st down for the Orphans.
Ball sitting now on Collinsville's 40-yard line. Same formation, one wide receiver over here on the near, two over on the far. Jones in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He looks, he throws, he's got a man open, and at the last second coming in there, I believe that was Williams who broke that play up. Nice job, Darius Williams.
Great coverage there. Gordon with some help, though, but yeah, it was Williams who did it all to break that one up, denying Coke on that play.
And Williams saw that ball all the way in, man. I'm really shocked that he didn't try to get up there and make an interception instead of just knocking it away, but we'll take it. 2nd down and 10. Centralia from the Kahok 40-yard line. One of the rare times that Centralia's been in Collinsville territory. Here's the snap. Rolling out to his right is Jones. He has some blockers in front of him, and he ends up running into his own guy, and then Zay Norton ends up taking him down. A gain of about 5 on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Waiting for that play to develop there, following his blockers before he would have put that extra speed on, but gets stripped up.
Yeah, ran into the back of his own blocker.
Just as he was about to get going. So 3rd down. Centralia most likely in 4-down territory. Almost certainly.
I would think so. Down 27 to nothing.
With the score.
Here's the snap, and the fake handoff to Johnson. Throw down the middle and caught. And nice job hanging on to that ball was Cam Tomlanovich. And that'll move the chains once again. The Orphans are on the move.
Reynolds was hoping he could just stick Tomlanovich there as he left his feet and disrupt him enough to not make that catch, but Tomlanovich was able to do that, make the catch.
So it's a game of adjustments, and so far the Orphans have made the right ones at halftime as they're moving the ball pretty well here. 2 wide receivers on either side, but the handoff goes to Johnson, who I thought was going to break out of that for a minute, but at the very last second, Michael Tonge got his hands on Johnson and brought him down, but that's a pretty big pickup. It's going to bring down a 2nd down and 2 to go.
Real close on the 1st down, but they're going to say 2nd down.
And move it up a little closer. 2nd down and 1. 8:35 left to go here in this very fast-moving 3rd quarter. Lots of run plays, no stoppage of clock really. Here is Jones again. Jones is going to hand the ball off to Johnson again, and Johnson, he zigzags his way across the line of scrimmage, and he'll pick up another 1st down as he is brought down at the Kahawks 11-yard line.
Got through for the 1st down before getting touched. Made the first guy not get the tackle and got some even more additional yardage down near the 10. Centralia moving this ball well here to start this 3rd quarter.
That they are. 2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Johnson the lone setback once again. Here's the snap. Jones, and a flag on the play will stop that action. And that's going to be a false start against the Orphans. They moved up front. That'll stop the clock with 8:05 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. The Orphans can get down to the Kahawk 3-yard line for another 1st down. Again, 2 wide receivers over here on this side. Jalen Hoskins and Jaden Ross. And over on the far side, Hoskins. Here's the handoff to Johnson. He's going to try the left side. He gets wrapped up by Roland Arms for another loss on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and long after a loss of about 5.
Back on that play, really wants to get to the outside, try to turn that corner, and instead of going up the middle, maybe getting the yards he can, and that allows Arms to push him out to the flat there and get the tackle.
2nd down and 18 now for Centralia. Same set, same wide receivers over here on the near side, same one on the far side. And here is Jones. He gets wrapped up in the backfield, and another loss on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and probably 22 after that.
Tonge led that charge. Got helped out by Habermill and Norton to clean that one up.
Say it was only a loss of a yard, so 3rd down and 20.
Ball on the 20, then get to the 2 for a 1st down. They need touchdowns, though, so they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
So they're going to want some kind of positive play here. May not necessarily go for it all.
Here's the snap. Jones, he's back to pass. He throws over here to the near sideline. He's got a man open, and he takes the catch and immediately gets driven out of bounds. Just Jaden Ross, a very minimal gain, so it's going to bring up 4th down and about 16 to go for a first down.
Centralia just throws that one underneath. Gordon Reynolds shut it down, knock him out of bounds. 4th down.
Big play here for Collinsville.
Ran half the quarter.
Yeah.
Half the clock of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 6 minutes gone out of 12. So here is Jones. He rolls out to his left. He looks. He throws sidearm, and that's incomplete. Collinsville will take over.
Bratton is going back across the center of the field there, and the ball was just thrown on the other side of him. So the ball goes incomplete, and much similar to Centralia's first drive of the game, second drive of the game overall. They drive deep down into Collinsville territory, but get nothing to show for it.
Little sidearm pass there. 5:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville will get to touch the ball for the first time after almost half of the quarter has been taken up there by the Orphans. So we'll see what Collinsville has up their sleeves. Kahawks are up 27-0. Split wide receivers, 2 on each side of the formation. Pennell in shotgun, throws the ball to KJ in the flat, and KJ skips over one tackler. He has a first down all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Okay, let's get this possession moving right away. Good catch in the flat by KJ, and lots of yards after the catch. Brings this ball up to the 30.
So 1st and 10 for Collinsville. 4 touchdowns in the first half. Nice first play from scrimmage here in the second half. Same formation. Gordon and Reynolds over here on the near side. And the snap is going to be a handoff to McIntyre, and he immediately runs into a couple of defensive tackles, and he goes down in a heap, loss of 2 on the play.
It's happened a few times there. Centralia's gotten that pressure then off the defensive line. McIntyre nowhere to go.
5 minutes to left here in this third quarter. All of a sudden I'm having a hard time talking. Pennell will bring the play with him from the sideline. KJ out there flexing that left leg. He'll take his spot over on the far side of the field. McIntyre to Pennell's left. Coming into motion is Rogers. Here's a pass to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to get around one, but can't get around the other. Up to the 35-yard line. Nice piece of tackling there by Bratton. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Collinsville.
I'd like to see Reynolds get that catch and get to the outside a little bit more quickly, find that running room, but take the positive gain.
Very fast-moving third quarter here. We're already down to 4 minutes to go. Rogers and Thorpes-Watt over on the far side. Rogers is in the slot because Chase Reynolds is on that side as well. That leaves Gordon over here on the near side all by himself. McIntyre, the lone running back. Pennell passes. He does so quickly, and that is almost picked off. Left that one up just a little too high, and almost coming in there for the interception was Jalen Hoskins. 4th down, Collinsville is going to have to punt.
Get it going for 1 first down. We stall out. McIntyre's had some good punts here.
Xavier Koch, who did not see any action in that first series that took off more than half the quarter here. He's in there as the punt returner, but he was not in there as a wide receiver on that last series. He stands back at his 35-yard line. Here's the snap. McIntyre to punt, end over end, and Koch, who is still limping, is going to let that ball go. That's one thing I like about McIntyre's punts, man. He gets those end over ends going on, and when they hit the ground, they keep on moving.
Yeah, and if he ever gets a game where there's a strong wind going down the field, it may just go and go and go.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the Orphans from their own 27-yard line, we'll call it.
a 4-score lead. Centralia basically did the Cahoks a favor there, just running a lot of time off the clock and no points to show for it.
Now Xavier Koch stays in there as a wide receiver. He's in the slot over here on the near side. Hoskins is over on the far side. Elijah Johnson is the lone running back. He stands over the left-hand shoulder of Jones. Jones takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He puts a little zigzag move on, and then he pays for it. Big hit there by Devin Habermill. And Jones got about 2 yards out of it, but he paid for it.
He was slowed up just enough by Norton there for Habermill to circle back and make that big hit.
Got to give a lot of credit here to Xavier Koch for staying in this game. You can tell he's hurting. Walks very gingerly, doesn't even try at the catch of those punts. Although give some credit to McIntyre. Here's Jones back to pass. He rolls out to his left. Then he comes back over to his right, and he goes down. Oh, rolling arms with a big open field quarterback sack way back at the 15-yard line.
Good blocks upfield there for the Cahoks, denying Jones from finding anybody to pass the ball to, and rolling arms cleans it up, getting the elusive Jones before he gets upfield.
3rd down and 21 here for the Orphans.
And they're going back and back and back.
Yeah, they are. After they did a nice job moving the ball to start off this 3rd quarter, they have since kind of went backwards.
Now going near the shadows of the goalposts.
3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Johnson stands over the right shoulder now of Jones. Jones is going to go back to pass. Rolls out to his left again, has a man on the run, and that was a nice job picking that ball up. Hey, that was so close to hitting the ground. Got back up to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 4th down and 10 now for Centralia as we're under 2 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Ross with his first catch of the game there. Could have stayed on the ground and might have got extra yards for the 1st down.
3 wide receivers on the left side of the formation once again. Jones. It looks like he's going to go back. He looks like he's going to punt.
Now McIntyre will now go back towards center field, and they're going to punt.
End over end kick. McIntyre's going to let it go. Takes a sideways bounce again, and it goes out of bounds at around the 32-yard line. So Collinsville will have pretty decent starting field position on their 2nd drive here of this 3rd quarter. Jones comes off the field limping too. He's been a little hurt as well.
Yeah, just like Bubba Leafs last week, the Cahoks are able to get the guys and get them banged up, and they're gamers and they're trying to get through it, but the Cahoks pack a punch here, bringing guys down.
87 seconds left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Very fast-moving 3rd quarter. Collinsville still leading 27-0. They'd like to put another score up there. KJ, he's a little hobbled running out there to his position on the far side. 3 wide receivers all stacked over here on the left side. Here's the snap. Pennell back to pass. He rolls out to his right. Down the middle he goes. He's got Rogers wide open at the 40-yard line. He turns the corner. 30, 20. He's going to be gone all the way in for a touchdown, Collinsville.
Pass across the middle there by Pennell over to Rogers, who knows to get to the outside there, turn the corner, and he had plenty of running room and all the yards he needs to get to the end zone. And the Kahok offense wasn't doing much this quarter, and a strike for their second passing touchdown.
67-yard touchdown pass there from Pennell to Rogers. Here is Nick Chance, trying an extra point again. Missed his last one. There's hoping he can get back on that winning side. Here's the snap. Ball placed down. Kick is on the way, and this time the kick is good. So Collinsville capitalizes on their 2nd possession, their first throw on their 2nd possession here in this 3rd quarter. We take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff to Centralia after a brief moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook.
Back here at Centralia High School, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler with you as the kickoff is going deep. It's going to back up Elijah Johnson all the way to the 2-yard line. He picks it up on the bounce, brings it forward, gets it up to the 20. He's going to try to cut it to the outside, but he's going to run out of room as there's a flag on a hit out of bounds by A.J. Main for Collinsville.
Yeah, Main just kind of kept driving through him as he had him out of bounds, and going to be some extra yardage here for Centralia.
Wilson Contreras with a home run over at Busch Stadium. Cardinals and Pirates tied at 1. What inning? Sixth. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, I'm guessing, is the call. Late hit out of bounds, and that'll tack on 15 yards at the end of that run, in that return. Played a pretty clean game up until that point, so nothing to really complain about here from that point of view for Collinsville, but didn't need that. 34-0, you don't need to do that. He's just playing football.
Just playing football, a sophomore, just playing on special teams so far in this game. Excited to go, trying to make a big play. Just a little too much. It's okay.
1:06 left to play here in this third quarter. Jones in shotgun once again, has Johnson over his left shoulder, and actually that's a little speedy guy out there, and he's going to run for a while until he was caught from behind by Amari Berry. And that was Mike Brown. Mike Brown had 4 carries for 8 yards in the loss against Salem. I think it's the first time I've called his name here tonight.
That's first carry of the night. He was very speedy. Really beat the Cahoks off the bricks there and got a lot of yards.
Sure did. And another play, and that one goes forward for a minimal gain. Probably got about 3 on the play, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Brown again had some moves to stay alive, but not as much running room across the middle there. Rolling arms gets him.
We're down to the final 30 seconds of this third quarter. And now we're going to have a official timeout called. We have a hurt player.
Looks like they were working on
our equipment problem.
Okay. Maybe rolling arms. Couldn't quite tell who it was. They were fixing somebody's. Here we go.
All right. Clock continues to run now after the brief timeout. And it is 2nd and 7 for Centralia. 2 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. Brown takes another handoff, goes up the middle, has some room, does a little juke, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. And Centralia is on the board.
Juked Jalik Nelson for those last few yards. Cahoks with some different subs out there during that possession, and Centralia just drives right down. It's all Mike Brown. First score of the night for the Orphans. 8 seconds left to go in the third.
And the extra point try is on the way, and it is good. So it took some doing, but Centralia is finally on the board. 34-7, only 8 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it right here for the ensuing kickoff, because 8 seconds later, we're going to take a timeout anyway. So the Centralia fans have something to cheer about. They've been waiting a while to cheer their team on after a score, and they finally got that opportunity. Whole quarter left to go, so don't rest on your laurels.
Yeah, that drive there, Cahoks are giving a few guys some rest, especially the ones that have been playing 2 ways, like Reynolds and Pinnell. And speeding back just was too much for
yeah, now you're going to have to switch up your game plan and find a way to stop Mike Brown.
Yeah, they're going to have to, those guys that are playing both ways may just have to come back out here and maybe get just one more stop here. But another score would be nice for the Kahawks.
Dale Alute, he's ready to kick off. Back deep.
See if Centralia may try something to try to get the ball back.
McIntyre and Reynolds, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Watch out for the onside kick. Get the good hands team up there. We'll see what they want to do. Well, they go ahead and kick it off. It's going to be a little shallow. McIntyre takes it at the 12. He's across the 20. Cuts over to the right side, across the 25, and now the 30. He keeps pushing, and he gets across the 40 before he is finally brought down right at the end of quarter number 3. We will head to the fourth quarter, and Collinsville out in control of this one, 34-7, and we're back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
Back at Centralia High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. Glad you're with us on a Friday night as we finally get a Friday night lights game instead of a Saturday morning / afternoon after a 3.5-hour thunderstorm delay game.
All right, first and 10, Collinsville with the 35. And this looks like Wilkinson out here to be the quarterback.
Jace Wilkinson will step in for Darren Pinnell. And it looks like Newbern is the running back, and it is. He'll get the ball, and he'll try the left side. He tries to get back up to the line of scrimmage, which he does, and that's about it. Fumble on the play. Orphans pick it up, and they're going to go all the way in for a touchdown. Jalen Hoskins picks up the loose ball after the fumble by Davon Newbern, and uh-oh.
Now you're giving them some life here. Kahawks trying to scale this back here, get some guys some rest, bring in the backups, give the guy his first carry. He did a good job trying to stay alive, and then just as he tackled, he loses the ball. And
I thought he was already down on the ground when the ball came out, but I was blocked out by some bodies.
Still a long way to go in this one.
Oh, yeah, there
is.
is.
Over yet.
Extra point, if it's made, is going to be 34-14. Here's the try, and that one is through the uprights. So very quickly, 2 quick touchdowns by Centralia has turned a 34-0 game into a 34-14 game. We'll take a timeout. Collinsville will get the ball back once again, and we'll tell you all about it after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Back in Centralia, a 34-point lead has shrunk to a 20-point lead for Collinsville after back-to-back touchdowns, one offensively, one defensively.
And just 21 seconds of game play. There was 8 seconds left when they scored that first touchdown. Now they go for the
onside
short
kick.
The Kahawks get it. Kahawk player stepped up and got the ball before it went to 10 yards, and both teams are signaling that they have it. but guy on the front line for the Kahawks stepped up across the 50, doesn't need to get it, and Kahawks do get the ball.
Yeah, now they're going to have to protect it. And I know you're trying not to get guys hurt and everything, your starters, because you have a game to play next week, but I don't know who they're going to bring out now.
It still looks like it's the subs. Yeah. It's like Davidson and Edwards, receiver, and Quincy Johnson, and Jace Wilkinson. So they're going to try this again.
So Wilkinson.
Got Zarian Finley, Matt Reynolds, Avion Edwards in the near side. We'll see how this goes.
Running back is Rome Richardson. And Wilkinson will hand it off to Rome. Rome goes up the middle, and he gets taken down after about a 1-yard gain. And if that third quarter went by super fast, Collinsville is hoping that this fourth quarter goes by just as fast, but so far it's kind of sludging along. I know we just started, but seems like the Kahawks would like this to move a little faster.
All of a sudden you do, and you give up 2 scores in 20 seconds.
So the Kahawks break huddle. Jace Wilkinson running the show now. He's in shotgun. And another handoff to Rome, and Rome gets nowhere.
Rome Richardson gets swallowed up there. Tom Lanovich in on the tackle there. Second team for the Kahawks. Not getting anything going just yet.
So third down and about 11 to go here for a first down for Collinsville. 10.5 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Wilkinson brings the play in from the sideline. Starters are looking on. 2 wide receivers come over here on this near side. That is Aiden Hendrickson and Zyralen Finley. Here's a high snap, brought down, and Richardson gets caught in the backfield, and he goes down at the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up a fourth down and about 17 to go for a first.
Jonas Taylor gets that tackle in on Richardson. Collins will punt, and the second team gives the fumble
to find
and
some
a touchdown.
traction. Yeah,
gets any traction here on this next play, and the Cavs are probably going to have to go to the regular guys on defense here, but there's only 9 minutes left.
Ryan McIntyre back into punt, and Xavier Koch stands back at his own 25-yard line. I don't think he's ran one back yet.
He's been, like you said, hobbled.
Yeah.
Doubtful that he will try.
McIntyre kicks a short one. It's heading toward the sideline on a bounce, but it takes a nice Collinsville bounce, and it'll go all the way down to about the 34-yard line before it's touched up. 9:07 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And Centralia is going to get their hands on the ball offensively once again. Of course, they will bring out their starters as they trail by 20 points.
A lot of starters for Collinsville defense back out there.
Yeah, Pinnell's back out there.
Darius Williams.
Yeah.
Chase
Reynolds.
Tom
Isaiah
Gay.
Gordon. Roland Arms is back out there. So the defensive starters will stay. And we'll find out next time the offense gets the ball whether Coach Rhodes wants to bring out some starters for that as well. Here's the snap and a handoff to Brown. Brown scored a touchdown the last time that Centralia had the ball. This time he's lucky to get a yard. He'll get it up to the 35-yard line, so it'll bring up second down and 9.
Yeah, that starting defense for the Kahawks there really stopped Brown as he had all kinds of running room last possession.
Second down and 9. Jones stands in shotgun. Here's a snap. It's low. He had a hard time picking that up. Habermill trying to track him down. Almost did. Now a sidearm throw. That was tipped by Chase Reynolds. So it went nowhere near its intended target. And that'll stop the clock with 8:32 left and bring up a third down and 9.
Jones did everything he could to avoid that sack by Habermill.
So 3rd and 9. 2 wide receivers. Make that 3 as Tomlanovich will head over there to the far side as well. 1 lone wide receiver over here on this side, and Mike Brown remains the lone running back. Here's the snap, but he dropped it, did Jones. Now he picks it up, tries to move forward, looking for a little help, throws it across the field, almost picked off. Boy, oh boy, Williams got his hands on it, tipped it for a minute. I thought it was going to go into the hands of Ryan McIntyre, but neither one of them could hold on to it.
He would have got it. He might have had 6 back the other way.
Yeah, he was running, man. He was running. If that ball would have hit him anywhere but his hands, he probably would have caught that. Hit him in the gut, and then he can hold on to it, but it hit him in the fingertips and bounced right off of him and then bounced off of McIntyre. So 4th down and 9 for Centralia. Obviously, they're going for it, trailing by 20. 8:24 left to play here in this 4th quarter. A couple of incomplete passes, and the clock stops. And here is Jones rolling out to his left. He looks and he throws it over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Collinsville will get the ball back, and they'll get the ball back in very decent field position, which probably will make the decision easier to bring out the second stringers.
Yeah, and they do that, and even some additional guys that maybe weren't even out there last time. Try to stick with these guys here. Get the offense going.
Uh-oh. Now we have confusion. I heard somebody yelling at this kid all the way up there, man. All the way up here. That is
Reynolds
Matt Reynolds. Yeah, he's going to be
the quarterback.
He's going to be the quarterback now.
You also got Odell dressed.
Collinsville's probably going to have to call it. Well, there's 13 seconds left on the play clock, so they have time.
So
Reynolds at quarterback. Rome Richardson remains the running back. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation, and
delay game.
Yeah, it's delay a game. So we'll back Collinsville up 5 yards. And instead of starting on the opponent's 35, they will start on the Orphans' 40. 8:20 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Reynolds in shotgun. Matt Reynolds takes the snap, hands it off to Richardson. Richardson tries to go up the middle, but gets met with a lot of resistance, and down he goes. And they'll give him forward progress to about the 42-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 17 to go for a 1st down.
Yeah, no hole there at all to cut that back inside. The thing to do might have been to cut it more the outside there, try to turn that corner. No running room for Richardson.
Rome Richardson, Jerry Richardson's little brother. Now is Matt Reynolds Chase Reynolds' little brother? It's a common last name, so.
Not that I'm aware of, but.
Okay. Here's the snap. Reynolds rolls out. He's just going to take off running with it. He's heading toward his bench. Turns the corner and gets back up to almost the original line of scrimmage before he was finally thrown down right near the sideline.
And just a keeper there. Reynolds going to try to turn that corner. That's where the running room was.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much, though.
Nope, he picked up about 3 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13 to go for a 1st down.
Went out of bounds. That stops the clock. We're trying to get this clock, get this thing going.
I thought he stayed in bounds.
Well, either way,
Guess not. So 3rd and long for Collinsville. A.J. Main lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. 3 more wide receivers over here on this right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Reynolds is going to use Richardson as a blocker, but that didn't help him at all, and that play goes nowhere. So 4th down for Collinsville. And I would try to punt that ball right down inside the 5.
The starters for Centralia on defense, just a better matchup than the Kahok second stringers. Not able to get anything going.
Yeah, that's tough when the second stringers are going against the first stringers for the other team. But that's the nature of the beast in the world of high school football sometimes when you have a lopsided lead, which Collinsville had. They were up 34-0. Now 34-14. McIntyre, he's back to punt. He stands at his own 35-yard line, and the return man stands inside the 10. And it's a little pooch kick. It's going to bounce, and it's not going to get a Collinsville roll this time. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the 17-yard line, so the Orphans will start there. 1st and 10 from their own 17, 6:28 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
This feels kind of similar to the Charleston game last year. The Kahawks had a little bit of a lead, and then Charleston got some late scores and never really quite got that knockout punch. A lot of similarities to this game here.
So 1st and 10, and it looks like Centralia is going to go with their second stringers on offense now as well.
Well, Pryor comes in at quarterback. They've already had Brown out there on. The main guys are out there for Kahawks still on defense. Well,
Hoskins is a wide receiver, and that one's going to be wrapped up. That's Zay Norton. Norton will take down the running back well into the backfield. And it looks like the running back come up a little limping there. That's Mike Brown. He stays in there, but the quarterback is now Nolan Pryor. Pryor, sophomore, 6 foot, 145 pounds. He stands in shotgun. He's going to throw. He does so to the sidelines, but it goes right through the hands of Dakota Starr. That'll stop the clock with 5:51 left to play here in the fourth.
Now some substitutions here on defense for the Kahawks.
Yeah, McIntyre and Reynolds heading out to the sidelines. And
Ballinger and
Ballinger come in.
John Thomas.
Third down and about 13 to go here for Centralia. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Brown, and Brown tries to a little hop, skip, and a jump across the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up fourth down and about 12 to go.
Both these teams seem to just be content to not push this much and just kind of bring this game here to a clunky end.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Centralia's doing that. I thought they would have tried to get some more points on the board with their first stringers. Not to be the case. And standing back at his own 50-yard line is Amari Berry. He's ready to collect this punt. And a late guy coming into the lineup for the Orphans. They're down to 8 seconds on the play clock, but they'll get it off. There's the snap, and the punt is high, and it takes a bounce into Collinsville territory, and the Orphans will touch it up at about the 37-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 4:55 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville leading 34-14. Little mop-up duty going on here by both teams now.
As the defense subs come in here for Centralia, and the Kahawks will continue on with their second stringers that have been out here this whole quarter. Try to get these final 4.5 minutes done. Now this is Odell now coming in at quarterback.
Well, we have musical quarterbacks going on here.
Yep, so 4 different quarterbacks that played here for Collinsville. Now Odell and Wilkinson were both playing for the JV team like on Monday and sharing duty, and they both play in this game.
So Collinsville comes out with a 4 wide receiver set, 2 on each side. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. He's up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. He gets a first down and a couple more yards all the way out to midfield. That'll move the chains and keep the clock going as soon as the chains get sat down.
There you go. Now something positive for the second teamers for the Kahawks going up against.
Some of these guys got to turn around and play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock as Centralia and their JV team will make the trip to Collinsville. By the way, you can watch that game tomorrow morning on the Kahok Broadcasting Club Students Network. Zach Roseman and Austin King will have that game for you. That's a 10 a.m. kickoff.
It was a freshman game on Wednesday night. It had an exciting ending. Centralia ended up winning 16-14. Kahawks just missed a 2-point conversion in the final seconds that would have tied it.
There's a snap. Handoff again goes to Richardson. He'll take it up across the midfield stripe and into Orphans territory, down to the Centralia 45-yard line. As the clock continues to move, we have 4 minutes left to go as we see what's left of the supermoon coming up over the trees right across from this broadcast booth here.
Job of offensive line there for the Canucks that time, holding their blocks. Giving Richardson a chance to pop that to the outside. Patterson and Edwards among the receivers near side here. So Odell going to take the snap.
Odell in shotgun, takes the snap and hands the ball off, and this time it's going to go to Will Swip.
Will Swip,
yeah,
Brett Swip's son.
Swip's son, the head baseball coach for Collinsville. See his son get in on a little action here on the varsity side of things. And he picks up the first down, and that'll move the chains. And Collinsville has another fresh set of downs to work with as we are in the waning moments of this fourth quarter. We're down to 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 4. Post-game show coming your way next. Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator, will come down from the rooftop and talk to us. Odell in shotgun once again. Here's a snap. He's going to go back to pass. He does so over here into the flats. And a bit of a move there, and trying real hard to turn it upfield is Edwards. Evian Edwards picks up about 2 yards on the play.
Junior wide receiver for the Canucks. Gets the catch. Chance, the kicker, will come out here and looks like he's going to replace Swip. Maybe get him a carry.
Nick Chance into the game offensively. 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 over here on the near side. Here is Logan Odell in shotgun once again. Wow, showing that blitz card, are you? And a fake handoff to Chance, and it's going to be kept by Odell, and he'll lose a couple of yards back to the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Collinsville as we are approaching 90 seconds left to play in this contest.
And nobody picked up that blitz there, and so just Odell is just going to scramble, try to get what he can. He actually gets maybe a small gain.
Yeah, okay. We'll give him back to the line of scrimmage. So instead of 3rd and 10, it'll be 3rd and 9.
See if they can't get Chance's carry. What they try to do here. Oh, he's back out.
Yeah, he went out.
Barry in now, the transfer from Edwardsville, I believe I was told.
Omari Berry stands over the left shoulder of Odell. There's a snap. Handoff goes to Berry, and he immediately gets met. Tries to bounce out of it, but there's way too many red jerseys around there to throw him down to the ground, and that's going to be a loss on the play, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 11. But we're under a minute to go here, and we might have one more snap before this one's all said and done.
The Canucks don't get the first down. May give Centralia just a little bit of time before this one's over. They're going to go for it, though.
Yeah, why not?
Chance back out there.
They're going to let Nick have the ball. Watch.
That's what they wanted before. Just blitz busted it all up here. Got to tell them where to stand.
Yep, got to have one more snap. And there it is, and the handoff goes to Chance. He comes around this right side, flag on the play. He cuts it up, and he's got some positive yardage, but they're going to stop the clock with 5.1 seconds left because of that flag. If there was no flag on the play, this game would be over.
Well, it's 4th down, so didn't get the first down.
No, but he got some positive yardage. I'm sure that was a blast for Nick Chance.
Hopefully they accept or decline the penalty and let the
holding against Collinsville.
Oh, give the guy the yards. Oh.
I know, right? Takes away all that work that Nick Chance put in. And
you'd get the ball anyway. Let the guy have the yards and the stats here.
That's going to back Collinsville all the way up to the Kahok 49-yard line.
This will prevent the ball from having to be snapped. That's why they declined to take the penalty. But, man, let the guy have the yards. Okay, the game's over.
All right, it's time to move into the postgame show. Brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great services served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville, 605 North Main Street. Call for carryout order at 618-855-9007. 34-14, our final score. Kahawks get on the winning side of things and improve to 1-1, while Centralia will start the season at 0-2. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC Pub's post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Collinsville gets on the winning track after last week's loss at Belleville East 34-14. Our final score over Centralia. Joining us now, Collinsville's offensive coordinator, Drew Cordes. Coach, that's more like it, man.
Yeah, that's more like it. You had a really good week of practice, really good way to bounce back. A lot of good things we saw on film that we could work on this week, and we got them accomplished. And that's the same mindset we're going to go in with next week. We're going to find what we did good and continue to build on it, and then we're going to find what we need to find what we need to work on and fix those little things and just keep building one step at a time.
3 rushing touchdowns to start off all that scoring, man. You had one from Ryan McIntyre, Zay Norton, Darren Pinnell, and then the passes started paying off, man. And a couple of long ones, too.
It just shows, like, the versatility we have. I mean, I've got a play sheet up that I like to keep track of who's getting the ball so we don't become one-dimensional, and it's, one here, one here, one here. I mean, nobody touched the ball more than 4 or 5 times in that whole first half, and we ended up scoring 27 points in the first half. It just shows, like, you can try and stop one thing, but there's not one thing you can focus on with us, and whatever it is, we'll find a way to get the ball into our best athletes' hands.
Yeah, and, the Orphans, they started off and they moved the ball very well on that first possession, and then all of a sudden things bogged down for them. You guys had a little bogged down, too, on your first possession, but after that, things took off for you.
I think it was just one of those things. We had a lot of new kids, like I said, another away game, another getting on the bus, all-day school. Centralia's their home opener. They came out with some energy, and it took us a while to match it, and once we did, we just kind of let our play take over the game right there.
Yeah, you got a little mop-up duty there at the end and brought in some of the second stringers. And some of those guys are going to have to play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do that. I mean, we're short week, a lot of tough games last week. We're already banged up a little bit, and, you need depth to go a 9, 10, 11-game season out of the year. And sometimes you got to find time to see what kind of depth you have. And, you got to give these kids a chance and see what they can do, get some film on them, and, just see what kind of player they are on a varsity football game. JV can do a lot for a kid, but there's something about the Friday Night Lights. You get out there, you may freeze, or you may end up, you stepping up to the plate and, figuring out what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, deer in the headlights look?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to see them. They work just as hard as everybody else. They deserve some time out there, and like I said, we got to see what we got at some point. This was a good time to see it.
Yeah, Nick Shant's doing a pretty good job as the kicker, man. And when I saw him come out there and take that step at running back, and then he gets forward progress, gets some positive yardage, and then it gets called back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I know.
I was joking with him before. I said, dude, you're tied for first in the nation at extra point percentage. He's like, really? So, yeah, 100%. You can't get any higher than that. Oh, yeah, you're right. That went out the window, so we figured we might as well give him a carry. He's a great kid. He came from soccer, and he's bought into this football thing. He knows his role, and kids love him. He loves being out here. He's a great kid to have on the team, and that's been a big thing for us over the past couple of years is getting those program kids in here, and that's been one of our biggest things.
How nice is it going to be at home next week to play?
Oh, we miss the purple. I mean, it's one thing to go on the road. We get a lot of good traveling out here. I mean, even an hour and 15 minutes away. But it's going to be awesome to look down and just see a bunch of purple in the stands, and I can't wait. I know our kids can't wait. We got a lot of energy going, and we're excited to get back home and show our fans, like, hey, we got another year of this. Don't just think because last year was so good. Like, we're still building. We're still going to keep going.
Awesome job, man. Thanks for the visit.
All right,
have a great holiday weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, that is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks, and we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap things up here and get out of here and get in our cars and drive back to the hour and 15 minutes ourselves as we get the final word there from Mr. Chris Keller. That was kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Kahawks got it going offensively real well. Lots of different ways of scoring and building that 34-0 lead. It was a great chance to get some guys some extra some playing time that didn't get some time. And, yeah, I didn't think of that Coach pointed out that it was a short week.
Yeah.
It's on that, so it makes sense that you would want to try to get some extra rest for these guys. Maybe it'll be fun for this home game next week. I think the school's ready. Everybody, it's not often that you got to wait for the third week of the season for that first home game. I think lots of kids will come out and cheer, and the community will come out. Hope everybody comes out, and we'll have a great home game next week.
Well, I know I'll be there. You going to be there?
Yeah, I'll do the scoreboard. I guess you and Dr. McCluskey will be
Dr.
on here next
McCluskey,
week, and I'll join you in a couple weeks at Mount Vernon.
Got to knock out the cobwebs there for Dr. McCluskey, and we'll get him on the air. All right, that is Chris Keller. My name is Todd Duke. A big thank you to Colton Rhodes joining us in the pregame show, and, of course, Drew Cordes joining us in the postgame show. It was a lot of fun to bring it to you. Hope you enjoyed it. And until Tuesday, we have soccer for you at O'Fallon, a Southwestern Conference matchup between your Kahawks and the O'Fallon Panthers. That's when we will be back on. Tomorrow morning, Zach Roseman and Austin King will be on with a little JV football action for you as Centralia comes to town, as both the JV teams will hook up for a 10 a.m. kickoff. So if you don't have any plans, tune into that game. That is on the Kahok Broadcast Club Students Network on the YouTube channel. All right, my name is Todd Duke, and until Tuesday, everybody have yourselves a fantastic holiday weekend. We'll see you on the other side.